Saturday, everybody. Well, it's Saturday in my 3 days ahead of you world. So today I'm off from work. It's a rainy day, and I thought it would be a good time to clear out my wardrobe. I do this like every 3 to 6 months because I just find that there's stuff I don't like to wear, or it's just like super messy. So just giving it like a little love, I find really is helpful. Now, any clothes that I do not want anymore, I'm actually going to donate to thredUP. They are not sponsoring this video. My God, that would be amazing. If anyone knows anyone who works at thredUP who would like to give me a sponsorship, I will take that. But in case you don't know what thredUP is, it is an online consignment shop where you can both list clothes, buy clothes, and donate clothes. So today we're actually gonna donate a box because one of the charities they support is Feeding America. And for every box that you donate, they will give $5 to the charity of your choice. Now, $5 is not a huge amount, but if you are unable to donate $5 to the fundraiser that I have going on, this is another great option where you donate $5, you get rid of some stuff that you don't want anymore, it all goes to a good place, and you get like some points toward your thredUP account. So like win-win-win. A few things I wanted to say too about the fundraiser that I have going on my page. I want to remind you guys that there are 3 tiers of donations. So if you donate a certain amount of money, you do get a little something back from me. Going along with that, I cannot see individual donations. I don't know why not. Like, I've Googled it so many times, and it just, if you know how, like, let me know, but I can't see them. So like it says in the description box of every single video, you need to email me if you've donated a tier amount to redeem your gift. I did have someone, who was it today? God, I can't remember these names very well. Melanie? We'll put it up here. Someone did have to re-email me today because it went to my spam originally. So if I don't answer within like a day or two, email me again or comment on the video and I will make sure that you get your gift. And I think that's it. All right, let's clear some crap out. Oh, the other thing we're gonna do today is we are going to discuss some of the negative comments that I have received about doing this challenge. So stick around for that. All right, so here are the donations that we came up with. It's not a crazy amount, but honestly, like, this already made a huge difference just because I got to clear out my space. So we're gonna put it in this box and we're gonna print out the label and we're going to lug it to the post office at some point this week. So we have all of our stuff organized. As promised, I wanna sit down, I wanna talk about some of the negative feedback that I've gotten from doing this challenge. Before we jump into it, I wanna say that you absolutely have the right to criticize me. You don't have the right to be mean to me, but you have the right to question what I'm doing and what I'm saying and my motives. That's perfectly fine. And I want to remind you guys too, before you like just jump to my defense because you like me, actually listen to the feedback that I'm going to read to you, because I don't necessarily think that any of these are black and white. And just like I talked about in this video where I talked about Grow with Joe, we have to actually listen to what people are saying, right? When someone criticizes me and you jump to my defense immediately without even listening to what they're saying just because you like me, that doesn't help anybody, right? I'm not perfect. I'm always learning. I'm always growing. And honestly, this is a realm that I don't know very much about. So part of this challenge is about me learning and listening and getting as many resources as possible to help my clients and then all of you guys on the internet. So I've mainly gotten 3 variations of negative feedback. So we're going to kind of go through each one. I'm just going to give you my take on it. We're going to discuss it. We're going to flush it out. Like, it's not black or white. And I'm not going to put these on the screen because I really don't want you guys like going after these comments and these people. But anyway, first thing, to sum it up, was basically after, all this time of COVID, a few people were very angry that I went to the grocery store when I was sick. That is perfectly fair. In my defense, I did wear a mask. I did not have COVID. I tested multiple times while I was showing symptoms, and I was very quick in and out. Does that make it excusable? I don't know. In my brain, it did. I took my proper precautions, and I will say the rest of the week, like, I didn't leave the house. When I needed things, Kevin went out for them. Except that one night that I did go to the bodega with my mask to buy a thing of ramen real quick. So I don't know. I think that is kind of up for your own personal interpretation and guidelines of what to do when you're sick and X, Y, and Z. So I think what I could have done a better job of was making it really clear that I didn't have COVID, because I don't think I ever actually said that. And also making it very clear that I did wear a mask. So I don't know if that would have changed people's opinions of me going to the grocery store, but I think that it would have been worthwhile to offer it up. All right, next one that we got, I'm actually gonna read this because there's a few different points that were made. So this person said, even though this is for charity, it has an air of, I'm trying to cash in personally and get more subscribers, and it just doesn't feel like you. Let's break that down. So the first part of it has an air of, I'm trying to cash in personally. I hate to break it to you, I don't make that much money from YouTube. And the thing with the algorithm too is that most of the videos that do actually make me significant money, and we're going to put that in big old air quotes, are actually not recent videos. They're things from a while ago that have blown up due to them being a trend or due to them being very searchable within the algorithm. I'll kind of post a little thing up here of like this last month, what videos actually made me the most money, and more than likely, they're not my most recent videos. And if they are, there's something that is very clickbaity, like the Grow with Joe one probably is up there. The only other thing I will say in defense of myself for this one is that I think that if I wanted to, how do I phrase this? I went back and forth on, okay, do I make these titles of the videos SEO and keyword and clickbaity like searchable? Or do I just make it like, here's day 1, here's day 2, here's day 3? And for ease of my subscribers following along, I went with day 1, day 2, day 3, etc. So I think that if my main why for this was to make money, I would have clickbaited the shit out of every single title, and I didn't. So I will say that in my defense. The other half of this is to get more subscribers. And here's the thing. I won't deny that I would love if this challenge got me more subscribers. And before you go, ew, that's really gross, that's kind of the goal of every video that I post. Like, yes, I love making free content and I love all of the creativity that goes into it. That's why I do all of this myself. I don't have an editor. I don't have a media person helping me brainstorm things. Like, it's just me. And that's why I like it, because again, this is my creative outlet. Now, let's kind of break that open though. This creative outlet, which started before I even owned a business, has turned into a way to potentially get people over to my business. Is that the main point of every single video that I put out? No. But is it something that I have in the back of my brain as an option of what might happen? Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I also, again, have to say that because I've gone through iterations of this. If I wanted to have more subscribers, I would. If you go back to like 2 years ago, what was I doing a ton of that was getting me subscribers and views over and over and over without fail? Review videos. I was doing review videos. I was being very snarky, and the algorithm pushed it. I got a lot of views. I got a lot more subscribers, but it didn't feel like me anymore. And it didn't feel like I was putting anything positive into my little corner of the internet. And it wasn't really what I wanted to be known for. So I stopped doing that. And guess what happens? You get a lot less subscribers. So I will absolutely agree with you that there is an air of getting paid for the content that I'm pushing out via Google AdSense money and getting more subscribers so that I can educate more people and reach more people. But again, that's part of every video that I'm going to put out. I got a little annoyed at first, and then I stepped back and I was like, it's only your eyes on this content. Like, maybe it does read like that. And that's a shame. And I think that sucks that it's coming off that way, at least to a few people who had the courage to tell me. But, sometimes hearing that like really sucks because, again, this is just me. I put a lot of time and effort into my videos, and it's free content for you guys. And I love doing that. I absolutely love doing that. But it is a lot of work. So anyway, that was kind of a ramble, and I'm trying not to make this personal, but I kind of just made it personal. Or I'm trying not to take it personally, but I kind of did. But I think that there is merit in this comment because they're not wrong. But is that wrong? I guess that's the thing. Like, is it wrong that the reasons for me doing this are to raise money for charity, to educate and inform and help people with different ideas, and then potentially more subscribers and a little more AdSense money this month? Like, I don't know. Is that bad? Should I turn off monetization for these videos? I don't think so. It's a lot of work. But anyway, you guys tell me. Maybe I'm not seeing something. Okay, the last one was pretty lengthy. I'm normally not a huge fan of people deliberately handicapping themselves for a challenge to see what it's like, because at the end of the challenge, they know they will be back to their normal lives. So they don't really get the pressure of stress or living that way constantly. 100%. I totally hear that. I think, number one, I want to address the fact that like, yeah, this is not stressful for me because I know I have money that I could just spend if I needed to. And even if I didn't have money to spend if I needed to, you know who does? Mommy and daddy. I have not relied on them financially since I graduated from high school. Like, I paid for college, I took out loans, I've always paid my rent, and I'm very proud of that. But I know very easily, like, I can take risks, like try and be an actor and then open a business and be a fitness instructor. Like, I can do all of that because I know if I fail, my parents would totally help me. So like, it's not even a fear in my brain, and that is privileged right there. And people don't like when I bring up my privilege on this channel because they're like, no, you worked really hard. And I'm like, I understand that. I did work really hard to get here. I do work really hard to continue to be here, but I was set up to be here. Like, I had, upper middle class parents, great neighborhood, great school district, great education, live in New York City. Like, I'm fine. And I've always been fine. Have I gone through tough shit? Yeah, everyone has. But I'm privileged. And to say that I'm not is very short-sighted. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so I don't have the stress of this situation at all. But if we go back to my why of the challenge, this isn't for me to necessarily experience this and understand. I understand to the most that I ever will, right? The why of this is to raise money and for me to be able to help others with some different ideas and tactics and tools through whatever experience I have so that they get a little more creative, maybe have a little less stress on their plate. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I'm not solely doing this for entertainment purposes, right? Like, if we break it down, can you tell I'm very much into like why pillars? Like, if we break it down, it's like raise money, raise awareness, entertain you along the way. It's not like I'm Tyra Banks pretending to be homeless. Do you remember that? Oh my God, it was really bad. The other part of this was definitely interesting. Like, I really enjoyed reading this take on it. That's why there's always controversy around women who don't wear headscarves, trying them for a day, week, etc. Also, why there's significant discomfort in disabled communities, around able people trying a disability for a day, week, etc. Common ones are blindness, deafness, or wheelchair use. That's fair. I wouldn't do that. I really sat back and thought, I was like, am I don't know, exploiting people who don't have a lot of money? I don't know the answer to that. I would love to hear what you guys think. Considering this one is working in tandem with raising money for people who live with food insecurity or deep poverty, I'm slightly less apprehensive, but it's something to keep in mind as you document this challenge. And then they go on to say, not personal criticism, just something to think about, blah, 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 blah. And I appreciate your criticisms, guys. I appreciate your feedback. All three of these were not mean. All three of these were simply expressing how they viewed the content. And that's really important because remember, like I said, I am a one-woman show. It's just me. So sometimes I don't see the full thing. So do not be afraid to call me out. Do not be afraid to question me. But what I'm not going to stand for is you trolling me or being mean. And no one's done that. But that does happen in many other videos. So that's why I'm saying I'm going to respond with kindness and consideration to comments like this. I will not respond kindly if you're like, your roots look like crap. There is someone who comments that every 6 months. Stop. Do you want to pay for my hair? Okay. We are going to take a shower because I still haven't showered after my workout, which was so hard earlier, probably because I am getting over being sick. And then for dinner, we are going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel. We're going grocery shopping tomorrow. I think it's going to be a rice and beans night. So here we go.
Alone it's Christmas, but I won't wait till next year to try and fill the distance we've had with decorations in my bag.
We have a plan. Okay, so I have this really old can of black beans. So we are going to wash and drain this. We have rice. We're going to count the rice as our carb. Black beans are our protein because we ain't got any other source of it. Simply because this is going to go bad if I don't use it. Spinach, veggie. I don't know how good that's going to be in here, but whatever. And then I forgot that Revive had sent me a little package months and months ago, and I still have this soup. So this is a sweet and spicy tortilla soup. It has another 9 grams of protein, so that's good. Just realized my head is it's not in frame. That's also good. And it has tons of different veggies in it. So that's going to be another veggie source. It does say pour a cup of vegetable broth or your preferred broth with it. I happen to have this random ass bone broth. And this is another 10 grams of protein. So that's going to be 9, 10. So that's 19. And then a half cup of this is 8. So that's, oh no. You know how bad my math is from yesterday. Wait, okay, what did I say? 19 plus 8, that's gonna be 27, right? I did it. Great, so let's make this.
He's taking it slow, won't work on time. It's on its own now for Christmas lights.
Holy crap, that soup was not sweet, but it was spicy. To preface this, I don't like spicy food. I literally took a bite and went, nope. You know what time it is. It's time to check donations. We are at $1,067. Guys, we hit Kevin's goal. We're making good progress. Slow and steady wins the race. And we are gonna sign off from here. Tomorrow we're going grocery shopping. I have my circulars all set and we are shopping the sales. I am very excited because I don't have any food in the house. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and I will see you all tomorrow.